Tracy Noriega, paying it forward to you. And the topic of discussion is got values? I'm pretty sure you do, but do you actually know what they are? If I were to ask you your top five, would you be able to tell me like that? More than likely not, only because you know what? We don't really get asked that question. We all have values, and as I said, we may have an idea of them, but when you really get down to it about what your core values are, a lot of us haven't given it that thought. And I say that honestly because guess what? I hadn't. It wasn't until a series of, well, self-development work that I've done in different arenas, as well as in the entrepreneurial space, depending on who your coach is and if that's a part of their brand and their messaging, which is to identify what your values are. And why would that be? Well, in the space of entrepreneurship, I mean, for me, I want to be values driven. And meaning I want my values to be what drives me and my business, my brand, and why I do what I do. That being said, I need to make sure that all my messaging, all the things I do, the services I provide, and how I show up is all in alignment with those values, right? When it comes to just self-development and yourself as a person, well, guess what? Those values come through too to help you be the, how would you say, decision-making factor, right? Things will happen in your life, whereas you'll get opportunities that will show up and you're really like, oh, should I take this or not? Like, is this really something I should be considering or should I pass on it? And a great way to decide that or figure that out for yourself is to look at your values and see, is this in alignment with my values? Is this opportunity or even, somebody asking you for a favor or doing something? Is it in alignment with that? Is that what I stand for? And is that what I'm about? It's I can't tell you how much it's helped me in doing just even deciding what I do as far as social media. If it's not really hitting any of those things and me already with my resistance with the social media and stuff, it's like, why bother? Why am I on here? Well, if it's in alignment with speaking to my values, and I want you to know what my values are too, because guess what? I want to attract the people who are on that same page and at that same vibration, who have those same values, right? Well, then that is something worth me talking about here with you like this, okay? If it's not, then either I'm doing it just to be fun or for entertainment, shock value, whatever, what have you, or just empty space, of which there's enough people doing that. So it's not something I want to be doing or spending my time. So for me, when I look at my values, it's like, yeah, is what my offers are going to be and the things I want to do in life, do they hit my values? And of course, if they hit one, that helps make a decision for a hell yes, right? Or a clean yes, however you want to look at it. And if they don't hit any of them, and it's just like, well, you can honestly say, I'll pass on that and feel good about it. Somebody else may want you to do something for them, but again, if it's not coming from your values and something you really honestly feel like, passionate about, or you're gung-ho about, or that you even know, you know what, I'm going to do it because it means something to me, then you know what, that's when you say the clean no and thank you, or no thanks, okay? So we're going to look at values, and I'm going to ask you to do the same, okay, for yourself, as whether you have a business or not, because again, this is a great self-development thing for you to make choices about yourself, whether for you personally, your family, it's really great to talk about with your partner too, seeing how many of those values do you have that you share. There may be other values that he or she has that you don't, that are important to them, and they need to be valued, respected, and honored, right? But it helps when you talk about it and you know what they are, so that the other person is completely in awareness of it. So how do you do that? Well, the easiest way I can tell you to do it is to take out a pen and paper. If you have a journal, that'd be a great place to do it too. And just to start like free flowing all the things that you know that are important to you. Okay, and just let them flow, just all of them. And what'll happen is that you'll start seeing there's groups of them that you can kind of put together. So, for example, one of my big values is trust. And when I had done my free flowing, I had trust, trustworthy, integrity, honesty, dependability, reliability, words like that. And when I saw them, I put them all together. I'm like, to me, that's what trust is, that I can rely on you. I can depend on you. I know that you have integrity, that you're being honest. So I just picked the word trust. So this is completely subjective and it's whatever works for you. Okay. So they're your values. Okay. And it's for you to know what they are. You don't have to really explain them to anyone, but they're for you to know. And no one can take those away from you. And when you find out what your core values are, again, it really makes decision making a lot easier and seeing whether things are worth your time, energy, and money. All right, so we're going to take a look at a couple. I'm going to share with you my top 5, and we'll take it from there. Stay tuned. Cheers.